So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 4 of Jitterbug TV. And this is going to be a very special episode. There's going to be some different things. We're going to be learning the finale of my solo show, or one of the finales of my solo show. We're going to be doing the Jitterbug. So that's going to take us through the whole episode. We're going to be moving. You're going to need a bit of space. You're going to be up and at it. You're going to be warmed up. You're going to be physical, families together. There's going to be a chance to win a prize. The best video sent to us of your family doing the Jitterbug shall win a special prize. It's going to be very exciting. I don't know what that prize is, but Muirne will be sure to tell us, and that will be posted with this when it goes up on Friday. So anyway, there's Lockdown Lamentations from Laima. I've got Eva from England going to feature this week. We've got the usual Library of Love. I'm going to tell you a little story. Yep, this is going to be a cracker. Welcome to episode 4 of Jitterbug TV. So it's time to learn how to do the Jitterbug. Now, I think I mentioned earlier that this is one of the finales to my solo show, where I encourage everyone in the crowd, the whole audience, to get up on their feet and kind of copy what I do, and together we have a celebratory dance, and it's great fun. I've been doing it for about 10 years now, and yeah, it's never failed. So what we're going to try and do is bring that to the virtual world and have a go together. And as I think I've also mentioned, there is an opportunity to win a prize. So we want to see your videos, we want to see your whole family, we want to see grannies and grandads dancing in the living room. That's the new pronunciation of the word granddad. So before you do anything physical, it's important you warm up. Start with your fingers, wrists. They're moving and swerving in a rave fashion. You've got to get your head moving. You will be using your head a lot in this dance. And see these necks? These are very important. So just even give them a little massage. Give them a nice little rub. Rub them in, get that head moving. You can get moving in circles. Pretend you're heading a ball. And I'm heading the ball that way. Oh yes. Anything, just circling. A little turn to the right. Turn to the left. Look up. Look down. Right. Left. Come on, keep up. Keep up. That's an important move you're going to be doing in the Jitterbug. You've got your fingers, you've got your head, shoulders, arms. Your arms moving. Try a little jump. This is one of my favorite jumps. Go. Bit of box. Dedicated to wee John. He showed me a few moves. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. So, you may find your jump set occasionally comes a little bit less. That's just because in lockdown, some of you, like me, will possibly be eating a little too much sourdough bread. So, the Jitterbug is how we lose some of those pounds and stay in shape. So, I think we're warmed up. Knees. Always good to do the Diego. You always did that before a game, before you go out and win the game. So, I think we're ready for the Jitterbug. The first move you'll be doing, the first choreography, is the head pulse. Now you'll see the camera is following me around. Whilst I keep the head pumping forward, you'll notice I've got a very serious face, and that's important. Keep a straight face. I don't want to see no silly faces. I don't want to see or hear any laughing. No smiling. For the start of this dance, we're very serious. So, you'll pulse to the front. You'll pulse to the side. You'll pulse to the left and back to the front. That's the first move. Then you'll be doing a little shuffle to your right. A little shuffle to the left. So it's a little brown. I want to see physicality, not loose arms. Not this. It's... Then you'll be doing a pulse to the top and a pulse to the top left. Then, using those knees, bending these knees, down, stairs, down to your left. And then, the all-important finish to verse 1. You'll be pretending that you are a bag of slaves as you rise in a rave fashion to the top. Ready to begin the chorus. The chorus, it involves a little bit of skiing. So you're bouncing and you're moving these hands as if you're skiing down a mountain. Then the next move is that right, left, right, left. Come on, everybody. Let's see those arms. Point to the top, point to the sky, point to the sky, point to the side, point to the sky, point to the side. Oh yeah. And then we are going to kick in a pantomime style. We're going to kick our legs in a can. Easy, but really get that body moving. Kick it high, kick as high to the sky. And then we're going to spin. But that spin becomes an airplane. And we fly, ready for verse 2. So, verse 1 and chorus 1 with the music. Are you ready to go? Come on. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. Take it away, Philip.
This is the Lockdown Lamentations, sending out some good vibrations. You know it just takes time and patience, and then we won't all be contagious.
For anybody watching in the future, Jitterbug TV was in fact filmed during isolation in the great lockdown of 2020. And we thought maybe you'd like to meet some of the viewers at home talking about their experience of being in isolation.
Hello everybody, it's me, Lima. I hope you're keeping well in this strange time, which we haven't planned for, but the way it is, that it is, so we can't change nothing at the moment, and I think sometimes it's good to slow down, because before that we just were running, we all the time were busy, and we simply didn't see things which is just around the corner, and now we have an opportunity to see it, simply see it, and it's like sometimes we discover things which makes us happy, and it's simple things, and I think this is great, Of course, virus is probably it would be better that this would be in different way, in different situation, but, well, as I mentioned before, the way it is, there is, So, what else, It's very important that we say that it's very important to stay positive at this moment, you know, because life after COVID-19 is exist, and we're going to be there, you know, we're going to come back to some kind of normality, and it's going to happen soon. Well, of course, probably it's not going to be the same as it was before, but we're going to be able to meet people, we're going to be hook each other, which is, I'm sure we all missing this kind of things, and you know, we're going to be able to go dance, and well, I miss it. I miss it so much, and I miss my hairdresser, I could say, you know. So, well, stay positive as much as you can, and enjoy that moment. Catch up with your family, which is living in just next room. Cook and read the books and get ready to say hello life again.
So, verse 2 and chorus 2. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be starting with the head pulse. Very serious. Much attitude. Scan the area around you. The living room, the garden, the yard, the street. Scan, scan, scan. And be ready for the next step, which is dedicated to madness and one step beyond. We're going to walk to the left. Again, much serious spaces. Then you're going to turn and you're going to walk down the stairs this time. Without bounce, 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 bounce. Ready for the chorus and ski. And sky, 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 and kick. Ready for the spin to the aeroplane. So, verse 2, chorus 2 with music. Take a deep breath. Take it away.
Upon those shelves, books by Yeats of space and greats, mosquitoes and elves. What you got cooking? Can I have a look in your library of love?
Welcome to this week's Library of Love. And I've kind of picked a couple of books. It's very, we're going to be looking at Celtic tales in a bit more detail in a second. But this one, I've just started reading this. So for the mums and dads, grannies and granddads, big brothers, sisters, this book's excellent. Alice Hoffman, The World That We Knew. I've just started it. Oh look, there's Seamus Heaney bookmark. I've just started it. I'm only at chapter 6, but there's something very special about this. If you're looking for something in this lockdown days, just something to kind of get your head right into, that's the one. Alice Hoffman, The World That We Knew. But one for the family. Now, Celtic tales, fairy tales and stories of enchantment from Ireland, Scotland, Brittany and Wales. And it's a very beautiful book. There's a lovely kind of artwork to help tell these stories. But I'm going to give you a quick example. I'm going to read you one. The Kildare Puka from Ireland. So, once upon a time, there was a big manor house in County Kildare, whose owner was often out of the country on business. When he was away, the servants were left alone to keep up the house. And sometimes they would let things go a bit more than they would have if their master had been home. But as if the kitchen were rebelling against being left in disarray, the servants would often hear at night a frightful banging of the kitchen door and clattering of fire irons, pots, plates and dishes. The longer this went on, the more terrified they all became, and none of them dared to enter the kitchen after the fire had died down at night. One evening, they sat up ever so long by the fire, however, telling each other stories about ghosts and fairies. They talked so long that the little scullery boy fell asleep right there, curled in the hearth, and he did not wake when they all tramped off to bed. Later, after they were all gone, he was woken by the noise of the kitchen door opening. Startled and suddenly afraid, he peeped out from the hearth. And what should he see but a big donkey, standing and yawning before the dormant fire. The boy was about to come out from his hiding place and led the animal back to the barn when he saw it look around, scratch its ears and say, "I may as well begin first as last." The poor boy's teeth began to chatter, for now he knew this was no ordinary donkey, but a puka. Now he's going to eat me surely, he thought. But the puka had something else to do. He stirred the fire, and then he brought in a pail of water from the pump and filled the big pot which he put on the fire. After that he lay down before the fire, so close by the scullery boy that he dared not breathe. At last the pot boiled, and the puka rose again and began a flurry of activity. There wasn't a plate or a dish or a spoon in that kitchen that he didn't fetch and put into the pot. He washed and dried the whole set as well as any kitchen maid and put them all up on the shelves again. Then he gave the floor a good and thorough sweeping. The last thing he did was to rake up the fire, and finally he walked out, just as nonchalantly as he had come, giving the door a good slam as he went. Well, there was a hullabaloo the next morning when the poor scullery boy told his story. The servants could talk of nothing else the whole day. One said one thing, another said another, but one lazy scullery girl said the wittiest thing of all. "Well," says she, "if the puka does be cleaning up everything that way when we're asleep, what should we be slaving ourselves for doing his work?" So said, so done. Not a bit of a plate or a dish saw a drop of water that evening, and not a broom was laid on the floor. Everyone went to bed soon after sundown. Next morning, everything was as fine in the kitchen, and the Lord Mayor might have eaten his dinner off the flagstones. It was a great relief to the servants, and everything went well until the scullery boy, who was now proud of his adventure and had forgotten all his fear, declared that he would stay up one night and have a chat with the puka. He waited by the fire, in plain sight this time, and to tell the truth, he was a little daunted when the door was thrown open and the puka appeared. But he plucked up his courage and he said, "Good evening, sir." "Good evening," said the puka. "If it isn't taking a liberty," said the boy, "might I ask who you are and why you're so kind as to do half of the day's work for us every night?" "No liberty at all," said the puka. "I'll tell you unwillingly. I was a servant in the time of your master's father, and was the laziest rogue that ever was clothed and fed. So when my time came for the other world, this is the punishment that was laid upon me. To come here and do all this labour every night, and then go out and sleep in the cold. It isn't so bad in fine weather, but if you only knew what it is to stand with your head between your legs, facing the storm from midnight to sunrise on a bleak winter night." The boy was moved, and he said,
Is there nothing we can do for your comfort, my poor fellow? Well, I don't know, said the Pooker. But I think a good quilted coat would help to keep the life in me in those long nights. Why then, we'd be the ungratefullest of people if we didn't feel for you and give you a coat, said the boy. So the next night, the boy waited for the Pooker again and delighted the creature by holding up a fine, warm horse's coat before him. Between the two of them, they got the Pooker's 4 legs into the coat and buttoned it down the breast and the belly. And he was so pleased that he walked up to the glass to see how he looked. Well, he said at last, I've a long road to travel tonight. I am much obliged to you and your fellow servants. You've made me happy at last. Good night to you. As he was walking out, the boy cried, Wait, you're going too soon. What about the washing and the sweeping? Ah, said the Pooker. You may tell the others that they must now get their turn. My punishment was to last until I was thought worthy of a reward for the way I had done my duty. Now you'll see me. No more. And no more they did. And right sorry they were for having been in such a hurry to reward that Pooker. Celtic Tales. Ireland, Scotland, Brittany and Wales. Get on it, get on it, get on it, get on it, get on it.
So now the moves for the middle 8. In this scene, we're going to go underwater. We begin with a swim. So we go. And then the lovely paddle. Into the backstroke. Really open up that body. Open up those arms, those legs. Great with music. This, we're going to go straight in to the breaststroke. So we've reached the final chorus, which is a double chorus. So the music's building, building, building in a celebratory fashion. And so we, in our choreography, are building, building, building too. So we've got our usual beginnings. The first part does begin with the skiing. The skiing move, which you should all be amazing at now. Then you've got the old sky to the side, sky to the side, sky to the side. Then you've got, of course, the kicking. Really open up your body, let that kick to the sky. Really kick, really lift those legs. And then you've got your spin, which is a real celebratory one, into the airplane, which changes into a clap. And let's see those claps, strong, big, strong smiles. And that turns into the electric shock. Electric shock through the whole body. And here's the point where you've got a chance for a little bit of freestyle. You might do some funky kind of footwork. You might do the, whatever you call that, the thingy. You might do the knee twist and shout. You might make funny faces. Anything. You do anything until it builds and builds and builds. And we reach the climax, which is back to the head. Pulse, pulse, pulse. So the big finale, double chorus with music. Take it away, take it away, take it away. Set me free, why don't you, babe? Hello, I'll just turn this down. Welcome to this week's Music is the Best. Now, it'll be a bit of an unusual choice. It's a cover versions album, and I could have gone for classic Songbirds, which is Philippa and her sister, Songbirds. Some lovely covers. If you get a chance, go see Songbirds with Russian Dolls. In fact, check out online, you'll see some great videos there. But my choice for Music is the Best this week is this piece of art, Vanilla Fudge. Now, you've just heard probably at the start, you may have recognised their version of You Keep Me Hanging On, but this album does have such beauties as Ticket to Ride, People Get Ready, She's Not There, you've got Eleanor Rigby, but what they've done is made these wonderful songs their own. I mean, it's well worth going on YouTube, having a look at Vanilla Fudge doing this song just to see the energy they create. But, you know, it's just a band of people taking songs that have been written by someone else, making them their own, and showing you that it's the songs that are the life, but it's how they're played is the real soul. So, Vanilla Fudge. Get on it, get on it, get on it, get on it. DangerHouse is dedicated to the amazing Eva over in England, who fell off her gymnastic rings and dislocated her elbow. But she's amazing. She's back at it, and she has a little message for everyone about DangerHouse.
Don't try this at home.
Jitterbug TV episode 4, we shall attempt in its entirety the Jitterbug. Now don't worry if you get a bit lost, don't worry if you get a bit out of breath, just relax, keep going, and most importantly of all, have lots of fun. So, thank you ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for joining me on episode 4 of Jitterbug TV. And that was a bit of a hectic one. Remember, keep drinking water, keep yourself hydrated every day, do the jitterbug, and you should be very fit by the time you get to the end of this lockdown, which is coming very soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye. Bye.